How to become a good language teacher. A good language teacher does not confine to one way of teaching or doing things. Awareness of a language and only fluent speech does not make you a good language teacher. The prerequisite is to have a passion for the profession. The basic knowledge is not enough to turn to the language teaching profession. It is required of a teacher to be passionate and provide a customized learning experience based on individual needs. In order to do so, a teacher can explore various teaching methods. There are many qualities that a teacher must have in order to be a good language teacher. Along with the mastery of language, a good teacher has excellent communication abilities. A language teacher must, of course, show good use of vocabulary and command over words. A teacher knows that there are a variety of common learning approaches. Some learn by watching, some by saying, and some by listening. A positive teacher is one who develops a course that incorporates all the different learning methods. The teacher can explore various methods like experimental ones, give students the best opportunity to learn. People of all ages and levels of skill want to have fun. To be honest, learners express themselves most easily in artistic and innovative ways. To be a good language teacher, one has to be equipped with patience. There is no one formula to be such a teacher, but it is a mix of competence, patience, and dynamic nature. It is vital to have a suitable learning atmosphere where students can freely interact. Language learning. Language learning needs a little earlier knowledge through movies, digital supports, and video guides. A good teacher also incorporates dialogue writing and practice. This strategy propagates hope among students. Learning a language might not be a quite difficult task as solving logarithms, but it is not easy either. A large number of students abandon the courses in the longer term due to the difficulty of the language involved. However, a hopeful and motivating teacher will inspire students to study and continue to learn. A good teacher understands that it consumes a lot of effort and time for kids to master their primary language. Therefore, there is no need to be too tough on them when they start learning the next one. Practice sessions can be done with the children in every lesson. Audiobooks may be a viable solution. Even if they don't truly comprehend all of it, audio versions will significantly improve their auditory skills. Audio versions assist learners to get used to the particular speed and intonation of a native speaker. Children learn Mandarin better by following certain tips. To inspire the child's learning passion, a good teacher can make them listen to songs in Mandarin. This results in a pressure-free gateway to the language. Both children and elders are in love with music. With a decent amount of rehearsals, dance steps, and acts to go with the music, the teacher will soon find that the kid is singing together with the teacher. A good teacher makes sure that the children read Chinese books. The English books must not overtake the bookshelves. Parents can look at the children's stack of books to see how many Chinese books they have in there. There will be a limited number of Chinese books trying to find room on the shelves. Most parents might also fear that, since they don't know the Chinese themselves, reading a Chinese book to their children can be uncomfortable and might not work. A cardinal rule for learning to read Chinese books is that all native and Chinese readings should go together. This will make children learn Mandarin. The best strategy a teacher may use is imaginative play. Learners can benefit from role play. Teachers and parents need to accept playing as a meaningful part of the schooling system. In play, children will try out new roles and exercise their speaking skills. Students sometimes excel far from what they are capable of in formal environments. They learn vocabulary that is preserved more effectively in minds compared to when it is presented to them by a teacher. This will eliminate the need for intensive courses or crash courses later. Sometimes teachers unexpectedly discover later that at school children don't understand the language that much. Teachers at school can suggest to students about language learning centers. Language Learning Center. Language Learning Center helps teachers to teach languages effectively. The language teachers are competent and specialized for this purpose. They recognize that individuals have their own unique reasons for studying a language. It is a social learning area where one would expand his learning process in his classroom. In these centers, the teacher's job is to provide support and education to help learners. They help them create an individual study schedule and assist them as they work towards their goals. In a language learning center, learners can choose between a number of tools like movies, the internet, music, and textbooks, whichever works for them. Qualified teachers help them identify the best tool that will help a particular student. The teachers tell students to team up with other students on class projects. Students listen to audiobooks and read content in the library. This activity is carried out under the supervision of a responsible teacher. Learners enter a community of conversation practice groups. Meet several instructors for personalized learning advice or suggestions for learning the language. These centers are in particular designed for language learning purposes. Therefore, such places are ideal for the grooming of teachers. The teachers gain experience and become specialized by joining such centers. Language learning centers serve as continuous professional development centers for the teachers. By serving in these centers, teachers can excel in their profession. The teachers who work in language institutes are mostly found to have higher levels of knowledge. Good teachers advance their careers in a short time by learning skills.